Morning. Guess that doesn't really matter anymore. At least not right now. I don't know about you, but I don't have the same feeling about Monday that I had a few weeks ago. What do I want to say today? First thing I want to start with is gratitude. I just got a video call from my cousin Jeremy out in Dunville. He showed me all of the first responders that are lining up right now to do a drive-by of the hospital in support. So I want to say thank you first and foremost to Jeremy, because he's my cousin and I know him, and I know that he's out there both working for the town and a volunteer firefighter. So thank you for that, Jeremy. I really appreciated that. Seeing you, good morning, Joanne. Seeing you with all those guys this morning just actually really helped me. If I'm honest, I'm trying to hold back tears because it means a lot. I also want to say thank you to Jessica McKenzie. Jessica just came back to Halifax, actually Nova Scotia, Sydney. Flew into Halifax yesterday, back from the Great White north of Nunavut, up there serving the communities up there as a nurse and taking care of people. So thank you for that, Jessica. I'm glad you and Carlton made it back safe. My cousin Carla, I believe, is a nurse at Dunville Hospital. Thank you for going in and doing that, Carla. I really appreciate everything you're doing, and I know a lot of other people do. Anybody else on the front lines? I know I'm forgetting people, and I'm sorry. My brother is actually out there still working for the City of London. Anybody I'm forgetting for being out on the front lines, please. My cousin Jacob Pettigrew. He's the one kind of who inspired all of this. He's a paramedic downtown Toronto. I know that the first message I sent to Jacob saying thank you was really what made me get out and start doing something to help the community. I know that Jacob's out there, and it's tough. I mean, it is tough out there for an EMT on any given day. But when I texted him and just said thank you, he said, you know, you have no idea how much this text helps me stay going. So I just want to say thank you. And if I forgot that you're a first responder, or if I forgot that you're working in a store or keeping things going and keeping things working for us, I please forgive me. Send me a note. I'll give you a shout out tomorrow. It's just hard once I turn on the camera, something happens and everything I wanted to say goes blank, and I just kind of start rambling on. So the other thing I want to talk about is the war that's happening right now. There's actually two of them. One is, of course, the invisible enemy that we don't know, the one that's scared the crap out of a lot of people. I want to put things in perspective a little bit. I'm not up to date on the latest statistics on all of this because I don't watch the news. I really try not to. Morning, Maxie. What I do try and do is understand what's going on as opposed to analyzing it. So what I do understand is that last I saw, there's about 650,000 people across the world that are infected with COVID, and we have about a 2 to 3% mortality rate. Putting it in perspective means comparing it to something else. So I thought, how many people, morning Rami, morning Jodes, how many people die every year in the US from heart disease? So I looked at just to have some sort of barometer to measure it against. And last year, 657,000 people in the US alone died from heart disease. So we have about 650,000 people infected worldwide with a 2 to 3% mortality rate. Means we need to respect it. Morning, Davey. We need to respect it. We don't need to fear it. We're very fortunate. You know, I think this is a huge wake-up call. Morning, Pam. We've gone a long time without being tested as a society. We became very complacent. We became very lazy. And, you know, they call it the greatest generation, the generation that fought World War II. That was the last time we were really tested on a global scale. We need to respect it. We need to fight that war. But the more important war that's happening is the war that's going on in each of our minds. Oh, wow. It's 1.3 million infected. Thank you, Kevin. I appreciate that. That's a stat that I was not aware of. So that's doubled in the last few days, which means we need to respect it. It's crazy. But I'm very grateful that it's not Ebola, or it's not something with a super high mortality rate, because we'd have been screwed. Our entire society would have fallen apart. This is a wake-up call for all of us. It's not a time to be frightened. It's a time to be respectful, and it's a time to work on ourselves. The other war going on is the war in all of our minds. The fear, the complacency. Some people are treating this like the apocalypse. Some people are treating this like a vacation. We need to start somewhere in the middle. We need to realize that the world has changed, but we need to realize that it's not over. So with that, it's 9 a.m. now. I would start with more time than I thought, but Please, ladies and gentlemen, rise to your feet. Let your voices ring out in unity for our national anthem. Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love, in all thy sons' command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north, strong and free. From far and wide, O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. I hear clapping again. It's important to keep your mind right in this time. Understand that the worst things are possible, but we don't have to concentrate on them. Morning, Josh. We don't have to concentrate on them. What we do have to concentrate on is the world we want after this. Understand that the kids that are coming up in this generation right now aren't going to know the system we had before this. What they are going to understand is the leadership that you're creating for them, in your homes first. There's an old saying of think globally and act locally. It's exactly what we're doing here. The people around you are affected by your voice. I hear people clapping yesterday for the first time in the last 2 weeks. Somebody joined me in the real world. Let your voices ring out. Let the people around you know that you're doing something to make the world a better place for you, for your kids, and for them. And think about how much it matters to everyone else. Until tomorrow, I love you. Thank you everybody for joining. I will see you tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. Have a great day. Stay safe. Stay healthy.